Also, I was wrong. It was Nera, not Dara, but whatever. All right, so here I'm gonna say that this is a temple right here.
Yeah.
It's the temple to the whole dwarven pantheon. So there are, various shrines to each one.
Mm-hmm.
And going in there, you are greeted by an elderly dwarf priest. An elf. How can I help you, my friend?
Ah, ah, greetings, my fellow. Do I know if religion I would call him brother or not? I don't think so, being dwarven, but
I mean, you can say brother priest, something like that.
yeah,
If you want to let him know that you're also a priest yourself.
Yeah, I
That
would
would
say something along those lines to set his mind a bit more at ease, because I'm obviously wearing dark leather.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's not something
I
that
look a
would
bit nefarious.
calling him brother would not be like if you wear your
Brother
holy
in faith.
symbol in brother in faith, that would work.
Yeah. So, hello, greetings, my fellow brother in faith. I have come into possession of this scroll, and I do believe, I'm chasing up a lead. Wonder if you knew anything about the scroll. Does it? I assume it had an address to someone on it. I
Well,
think.
it had a note just for stalwart protector Nera, or a note to deliver.
Yeah. So, I would like to inquire if you know anyone about this stalwart protector Nera.
No, I don't know anyone by that name. So it would really help if I wrote this down. I think I expected that I'd be able to search for it, or I'd remember it, and I am not.
Oh, the human brain.
I know. I mean, I wrote it down like a month ago, but it is... yes. That would be a priest of Marthamer. I don't have any priests for him here at the moment. Where did you find it?
I found it on this ship. We were under employ of the local Seekers Guild to recover. Well, we're on reconnaissance to recover a missing ship, and we found a load of scrolls and stuff. And this is one of them. And I'm chasing up to find who it belongs to, and to find any more information about the missing individual.
You
Being
found it
where
on a
we
ship.
were.
Where was the ship?
I've actually forgotten the name of that place we've gone to.
The space with the giant sun hammer.
Yeah, the
Forge space.
Forge space.
Forge space. Yeah, so I mentioned about Forge space.
Okay, yes. We have quite a few dwarves who come here from there. There's quite a bit of trading going on. I don't personally know one. I suppose I could have the next ship that heads out that way to take it, and it would eventually get there. I don't know this Nera. There are certainly far too many priests over in Moradin's Hammer for me to know personally, but I can assure you it would get to them eventually.
All right. I would be happy to give him the scroll, and if I'd basically annotate that I would like, if you could get back in contact with us, we're still looking for a missing person or some such.
Okay. Yes.
Knowledge wing.
Do that, but it would probably be quite a while.
How about we look first? Maybe we get a job over there, and we can take it ourselves. If he tells us where.
He doesn't know. I mean, basically, it would be a case of
fly over to hammer space and talk to people, try to figure out where this person is.
It would be delivered to the local temple at whatever port they dock at, and then from there it would be handed off from temple to temple until it got to the person whose name is on it.
Could I tell him that I would get back to him later on in the day?
Sure.
Because basically I'm going to go back and check with Aranis to see and tell him about this scroll. Nah, I don't know.
Maybe find out if there's any dwarves from Forge Space here.
Yeah.
Visiting.
Yes, there are. If you head down to the tavern, I'm sure you could find some there. They're in all the time. I'm actually looking to see if there is a tavern right now.
Always having bar fights.
Let's go for a listen check and just go to wherever makes the most noise.
You could also probably go to there's the Dwarven Boarding Company, which is essentially a mercenaries guild. They're functionally Dwarven Marines who get hired on. You could go there and see if anyone there is from Forge Space. It looks like most of the things that are listed are shops. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to hit up a tavern, I'll just decide one of these buildings is a tavern.
Yeah, I'm just basically inquiring about, well, for a local priesthood, I guess, that would be relevant to the scroll.
By local, you mean local to Forge Space?
Yeah, local to the Forge Space.
Okay. So you go to, let's see, it will be...
Basically, I'm trying to build up a connection between this scroll and what happened to Aranis's contact's ship, you know. They might know more about what's happened, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Because
this
it's an
building
undelivered
right here,
scroll.
that is going to be a dwarven tavern, so the ceilings are a little bit low for you, but I think you're kind of short even for an elf, right?
I was average.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the
I'll
ceilings are a
probably
little
get
bit low
stared
for
at
you.
as soon as I go in.
Yeah,
You can also think you stay outside.
There's suspicion, but there's not open hostility between elves and dwarves. You know, it's the standard fantasy racism kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to be in there any longer than I have to, basically.
I mean, the city itself is very cosmopolitan, so you know, it quiets down when you go in. It's the tavern is known as the Glowing Anvil.
Mm-hmm.
So you head in, and it gets real quiet for a moment when you enter, but then everyone.
I'm trying not to draw too much attention to myself. I just go over to the bartender or local, whoever owns the establishment.
Yeah, bartender, barman, whatever. Yeah, someone behind the counter. Hey, hail, elf. Don't see your kind here. Is there something we can do for you?
Oh, my, would stout be an insult? I was going to say my stout friend. I just greet him curtly. Hello, friend. I'm looking for... I was wondering if any dwarves from Forge Space would be here. Particularly in the local priesthood.
Are you asking if there's a priest in here from Forge Space?
Well, no, just more of a general, like any dwarves from Forge Space, and then onwards, then I'll narrow it down.
As soon as that's out of your mouth, he shouts, "Oi, who here's from Forge Space?"
I put my hands over my face and say, "Oh God."
A couple of the dwarves come towards you. I am. Most of them say.
I'll buy them a couple of drinks. I assume that's like a local custom now. Appreciate the friendly gesture.
Yeah, and you can go to an empty table. Let me see how much that's going to cost you. It's not too much, but
Can't sheet up.
Let's see. Tankard of ale.
I assume maybe 2 for a couple of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's 1 silver piece each. Let me see how many dwarves are actually...
Oh, no!
It's the nearest large sphere for dwarves, so...
I think we can share the expense.
There are 4.
I also like passed the tavern keeper a silver piece.
Okay. An extra silver piece. Did you also want a tankard of ale for yourself?
Yes, because it'd be insulting not to.
Okay. So that would be 6 silver pieces.
All right, 6 silver.
All right, you take them to an empty table, or at least a table that politely empties for you, since business is business. You know, you may be an elf. Normally, they wouldn't let you. You know, they may not clear a table for an elf, but it's clear that you're looking to do some sort of business. So.
All right. So I introduced myself. I basically say I was recently under the employ of the Seekers and possibly still continuing under the employ of the Seekers. And we were chasing up a lead, and I found a scroll. And I was wondering if any of you might know of a priesthood of the Stalwart Protectors. I assume.
Stalwart Protector is a title of a single priest.
If they could give me information on. Yes. Local priesthoods of dwarven religion, or some kind of vague idea.
It might be best if you actually tell them what you've got and what you're doing, so that because otherwise they're going to just direct you back to the temple that you were just at.
Just ask them whether they know what's its name, Stalwart Protector.
I can try that, but I think that'd be very, very narrow. Basically, I'm looking to return this scroll to that Stalwart Protector.
All right. 3 of them say, well, I mean, that's a priest of Marthammer, but I don't know one by that name.
Priest
4th
of
one,
Marth.
Marthammer Dewin. The 4th one says, I don't know that specific one, but I've got a brother who's a priest of Marthammer. Back in Forge Space.
What's his name?
Also, a good lead. Could I get a name off this priest?
Oh, my brother?
Yeah.
His name is Drax.
So, Drax. I'm making notes of this.
Good.
Draxx.
However you want to spell it. I don't have I'm making this up as I go along.
Yeah, I'm literally typing this on a Google search and I'll copy and paste it into notes later. Yeah, essentially we found this scroll. Me and my adventuring company has no adventuring company name yet or anything. We were just under the employ of the Seekers, and we found the scroll. And I'm just trying to chase up a lead.
Oh, the Seekers, yes. If I remember correctly, my brother told me that there was a Seeker wizard in Forge Space that the priesthood had contacts with. They traded information.
I'll recount the events and say that the ship got destroyed, and basically I'm trying to look up for missing leads, and this is one of my only leads.
Hobgoblins and metal spiders? Oh dear.
Yeah. It was quite an event.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with spelljamming space. I'm a groundling, basically, I tell them.
Yeah.
I've only been here for a month or so. Too.
I'll definitely be letting them know that they'll want to step up some patrols. I don't know if he will himself, but I'll definitely be passing that news along. That may be a blow. I don't know exactly what their relation was. He just mentioned that there was a Seeker wizard that they had some dealings with. You mentioned
more
the
than
scroll.
I know. Yeah, I'll show him the scroll.
I don't know this Nera myself, but I can be sure that it gets to her through my brother, if you'd like. I'd be happy to pay you a little bit of a reward. She may be looking for it. I don't know.
That sounds like not too bad a deal. Does he look trustworthy? How does this dwarf attack?
He's a dwarf. I mean,
What are the other dwarves saying?
the other dwarves are just listening in. They have a concerned look, not with this scroll and stuff like that,
obviously,
but with the idea of that hobgoblins are in the sphere, and that there are these metal spiders that managed to kill a seeker wizard.
Yeah, essentially, if you've got like a shared contact, if at all possible, if they could like relay back some information, if they know anything about the events or regarding that seeker wizard doing his research.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my cousin, he runs he's crew on a trading ship that brings ore here. I can give him the scroll. He'll take it. He'll make sure that he gets it. You wouldn't believe what happens when he fails to do his job. His mother is. We don't want to go there. But yeah, I can make sure that it gets there. I assume you'd like me to leave any information that may come with the seekers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It does take a while to get between the spheres, so you're.
Yeah, I'd assume this would take a while. I just basically want to know if you could leave information for him to either contact me or the seekers or Aaron. It might put down a few names.
Yeah.
For him to get in contact with.
Yeah, I mean, if you leave your name with the seekers and you tell him to leave the information with the seekers, they'll definitely get it to you.
So yeah, I'll give him like 10 silver for his troubles. I don't know what the mailing cost is.
Well, yeah, he just said that he was gonna be giving you a reward for the scroll. So.
Oh, I'm just saying. Oh, all right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like you're paying him to pay you.
I don't know. I'm just like offering like good faith to hope that he goes this. I don't know this person, so I don't know.
I mean, no, you don't need a he. No. Us dwarves are a tight knit bunch here. Thank you for delivering this to us. I'm sure the priesthood would appreciate it. I'll make sure that your name is mentioned. And he hands you about 20 gold pieces.
Wow.
Okay. Can I get your name, fellow dwarf? You might.
Did I give you his name at the beginning? Because I don't think I did. All right, so his brother is Drax. He is going to be Dern.
Dern. It's just basically someone that I can remember.
Yeah.
Keep in contact with, basically. Obviously, I gave him my name.
You should tell him that if they get any trouble with the spiders, he'd be happy to help.
Yeah. If you're looking for...
We're looking for work.
Yeah, if you got any like jobs going around, I just make a casual note of we're looking for employment at the moment. There's like me and like 5 other people. We've just finished a job for the Seekers, etc.
Oh, well, this gives me an opportunity to roll on my handy-dandy rumor chart.
I'm so confused at the moment. I know what I'm doing, but I'm still like confused.
Well, I mean, you're basically asking him if he has any jobs. He doesn't, but he may know something. So, and you're in a tavern, so I'm just gonna do a rumor.
Rumor check. Well, yeah, I've kind of like got friendly with him. We've just got back. We're looking for another job. We've recently acquired a spelljamming ship. Actually, speaking of which, do you happen to know any good carpenters or like
carpenters?
I casually
carpenters. Son, we're stonemasons here in the Dwarven district.
Do you know anyone that happens to be like really good with spelljamming ships?
And not too expensive.
I give him like a vague quote of like how much it would cost us. I'm wondering if you could give us a better deal.
Well,
for the interior,
the Shipwrights Guild takes their work very seriously. You're not going to find better in the city, certainly. Perhaps on one of the other worlds, but certainly here in this city, the Shipwrights Guild is who you want.
All right, fair enough.
They take their business very seriously, to the point that
It's almost
they will raise
insulting.
complaints with the council of captains and stuff like that if it seems like someone else may be horning in on their rightful work, shall we say.
All right, so I just let that pass very quickly and subtly.
Let's see. He doesn't know of any work specifically. He tells you that he hasn't heard of any like work going on, but yeah, everyone is basically talking about an upcoming Lee duel between the two of the big nobles on the hill. You don't know what a Lee is.
Would I inquire about it? Because I'm from a groundling culture.
Oh,
I'm not
right,
really.
right. Lee
Could you
are
elaborate a
like
bit?
dogs. They have wings.
Oh,
You hear him grumble under his breath about something about ignorant groundlings.
I'll try my best to poker face that.
You know, I mean, that's what they've been talking about here in the in this tavern lately. That and dwarven, gossip that.
So it's going to be like
who's making
big
good swords these days? Who botched a mine? That sort of thing. Who wants to have fun going to find a goblin raider and slaughtering them? That sort of thing.
Do I make a constitution check for drinking this alcohol?
Nah.
Oh,
Not
so it's
unless
reasonably
you
good
never
stuff.
drink at all.
I'm a thief. I might have done.
I mean,
It's
it's
not. It's uncommon for me to drink. I don't normally drink.
yeah. I mean, if, a single tankard isn't gonna bother you too much.
I assume that dwarven stuff would be a lot more stronger than elven.
Maybe. I mean, elven wine can certainly be pretty strong.
All right.
The flavor may not be what you like. I mean, this could be
So
a good
I've,
stout
like,
bitter
putting
or
a-
something like that.
I'm putting on a pretty good poker face as I'm drinking this. It's like, yes, lovely. This.
One of them slaps you on the back as he gets up to go.
I try
It's
not
good
to
to see
gag.
good to see an elf who knows his drink.
I've got no idea.
None of that
It's
fruity
bad.
elven wine. It's good dwarven stout for you.
I say that I've had a taste of various beverages, human and various kind, but I'm fairly new to spelljamming
But
beverages. But this seems pretty good stuff. Yes.
dwarves always make the best stouts.
This
They're
guy's
dwarves.
obviously
They have to make the
himself.
best stouts, right?
All right.
Well, I mean, you
So,
turned
I
over
guess-
the scroll.
I guess I'm like concluding my business for
Okay.
them. I guess.
Yeah.
I go back to the priest and tell him that I've made other arrangements. Then I'll try and meet up with the rest of the group to see what they're up to.
Okay. The dwarven priest thanks you.
Relay the
as you leave.
information.
Okay. Go ahead and you get 25 XP for each of your classes for that.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you were off alone. This is kind of
Separately for both of them, yeah.
25 for each. Yeah.
Yay. 10%. 33.
I guess I would bug the human if he had any ideas for places we should go and look for work. Braxon.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go and see if we can find.
Well, Braxon,
Any-
you would also know that, I mean, listening to rumors can also give you ideas of things to do. You can go hit up some of the various trading costers, that sort of thing.
I
Yeah,
was planning to see if the Mage Guild had any work for low-level adventurers.
Okay.
Well- we should definitely also check out the Seekers to see if they've got any messenger
Sounds
work or
fine.
anything.
I mentioned what I've mentioned to them, and then I would essentially say to chase up on Aaroness to see if he also knows any information about what the events have just transpired in the tavern with the scroll.
All right, so you're letting him know about that?
Yeah. Basically, I'm trying to gather more information about the whole event.
The Seekers right now don't have any jobs that they want done, at least nothing around town, and nothing that would take being crew on a ship, like what you just did.
Yeah.
What about the Mages Guild?
We're just going to be stuck in brawl space for a few days.
The mages, they quickly notice that you are a groundling wizard, and many of them look up their nose, look down their nose at you. But they're certainly willing to, let you train and do research. I need to see exactly what that costs, so I can at least let you know if you're...
But isn't he with me? And I'm not a groundling, not...
But if they figure out you're a wild mage, that'll put you as just as bad.
Because Mages Guilds aren't very fond of wild mages because they tend to make the building explode.
Let's see. Doesn't actually say how much it is.
For what?
To either rent or join the guild. So I'll have to look at that later, but they assume that they inform you whatever it will be. You can think about it. When you get there, the door is blocked by a large metal man whose eyes and mouth glow, but he moves aside and lets you in without a word.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a golem?
Looks like it.
Amazing. I never thought I'd see one of those in my lifetime.
Inside, there is sort of a reception area with a secretary of sorts, who is clearly, you'd guess he's probably one of the apprentices of a, wizard in residence sort of thing. Forced to do this, much to his displeasure. He's very, very bored. Yes, what can I do for you? He says to you as you go in.
Why are you going there?
Yeah, I was gonna see about possibly joining the Mages Guild and seeing if they had any work for adventurers.
Well, you can fill out these forms and we'll take your application. He also informs you whatever it'll cost, which I'll look up later. As to work that may be needed. Let's see. I don't think we've got anything around. Looking to see if any of my things might be something that they would have anything about.
I forgot her name. Was it Nera, that priest scroll belonged to?
Nera. Nera. I have heard that there is some sort of monster that's been attacking some of the ships in the area. I think Xeno Termination has been out on another job, so they haven't gone to take care of it. The rumor I heard was that it was a giant scaver, but that seems silly.
A giant what?
Scaver. That's a space shark.
Okay.
The only other thing I know about is that there's supposedly been more murders down in the lower ward, the lower city than normal, but that doesn't bother us up here that much.
Wait, what? More in the lower city than normal?
Murders. Muggings, specifically, is what he says. You could check with the guard if you want to help out with that. I don't know what you could do, but
might be something we could do, Braxon. I'll say
We did deal with what was it, like a big space wyvern thing while we were exploring.
A space drake.
Yeah, a big space drake thing that attacked our ship a few weeks ago, and these crazy spider constructs.
Indeed. What? Spider constructs, huh?
Yeah,
Clockwork horrors.
Yeah, they were made of precious metals and stuff, being
Well,
produced by this machine that was in the ship we were looking for.
I mean, I suppose someone might be one of our members might be interested in those. He doesn't. He seems to think that you're probably telling a tall tale here.
Actually, I think we have one of the bodies with us.
You have all of the bodies with you. I mean,
Yeah.
not necessarily on you right now, but you brought them all back.
Actually, I think I probably would have brought the copper one just to show off to the mages.
Yeah,
Gonna
but
be
can
quite
you carry it?
big and heavy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not that big. I mean, they're 2 feet across.
How heavy?
You'd be carrying this in like a carry bag or something.
Yeah, I'd reach into my backpack and pull out the copper spider bot thing and place it on his table.
Well, they would be about 30 pounds probably.
Strange.
Hey, it's
Um,
worth it to just see their
I don't know.
reaction.
That seems a bit heavy.
I don't think they'd be too surprised, but
Well, keep in mind that, I mean, you did generally crush them pretty, mangle them pretty heavily in your combats. So
you'd have enough parts to like form one of them back together.
Didn't we take them apart too? Like, we skinned them and then
You just
took out the
dismantled them.
guns.
We dismantled them,
If you
but there would
did,
be
you
enough
didn't
left
mention
for
it to
somebody
me.
to tell what the thing was at one point, I imagine.
I
Just
mean,
smashed up
Let's just take
fragments.
a few parts with us.
I mean, for the most part, they were heavily damaged. The weapons of the Electrum and the silver ones seemed like they might be of interest to some sort of artificer or machinist.
Okay.
But we can still take a few parts with us to the Magician's Guild.
And let them check it
I
out.
think there's an artificer there. Artificer?
Artificer.
Yeah, that's
Thank
that's
you.
kind of the plan that I had in mind.
There might be. The secretary apprentice fellow. Now, you brought pieces. What kind of pieces? Because the
Like
interior is mostly
hard
cogs and gears.
Like parts of the legs and stuff.
So he can see that there definitely was something behind and we didn't just pull off some parts of a metal whatever.
That looked like it was once a construct of some sorts.
Okay.
Yes.
He looks it over disinterestedly, and says to you, probably just a gnomish creation. What did you say they were? Mechanical spiders?
With these dart mechanism things that they shot at us.
I don't know that anyone here right now would be interested. I mean, I suppose I could ask around. Do you want him to ask
That's a
around?
good idea. Why don't you go and ask?
I'll-
All right. Leave your name and I'll check around and if anyone is interested, I'll have them contact you.
Okay, I write down my name.
You might want to put down where you're staying as well.
That I'll assume that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
We also want to know how much studying there for a week would cost.
Yeah. He tells you
general.
it's something that I need to go look up.
Okay.
And determine. So you know what it is now. You'll think about it and decide once I get you the information. Because I thought it was in the book on Brawl, and it does not appear to be. So it just might be in a different place than I expected. So I just need to skim the book. And if it's not, I will make something up. Yeah, I mean, you got the possibility of something with the murders in Low City.
Okay.
So,
I think Braxton and myself will check that out.
yeah. Is there any
Yeah, we would
reward?
probably meet up with you guys and tell you about what we heard.
Is there any sort of reward for capturing a murderer?
We
would
have to
need
probably ask the guard.
Guards.
We have
The
bounty.
rewards tends to be determined on, like, you know, where it is, who is being murdered, who the actual murderer is, kind of thing. Rewards in the low city tend to be kind of small, mostly because.
Is there anything like is there a wanted poster or anything up that says anything?
No, not that you could see. You could head to the low city magistrate and talk to someone there.
Let's do that then.
Okay.
Well, we magicians have another problem, and that is, am I correct? It takes 1 week to study and learn the spell from the scroll, correct?
Yeah, and it takes time and money too.
Yes, but the time is 1 week, isn't it?
I believe I'll need to double check exactly what that is. And yeah, you can't do adventuring while you're doing that.
If we start studying a spell now, we are 1 day into the 1 week we paid for the inn. So if we stay there for a week to study, we'll need to pay for 2 weeks at the inn. Do we want to do that?
Week.
Yeah, well, if the rest of us can get some work, and we're waiting for the ship to be repaired, that's okay.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting back for this scroll to come back, so we're going to be here for a couple of weeks, possibly.
Do we have the gold to pay to stay for such a long time?
And
You
we're
still
also
have
waiting
a
for
lot of
information from
gems.
what's his name?
Well,
The only thing I think.
This is the this building right here. This purple one is the low magistrate. If you want to go.
All right, let's check it out, Braxon.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
So we could start studying.
You could, but then you'd be out of any. You know, like. I mean, we're almost at the end of the session. If there is an adventure next week, you'd be out of it.
Yeah, that's my concern. I'm wondering if we can kind of build up to some downtime where we all have we've all got stuff to do in character, and we kind of just fast forward through it and do
well,
that.
that's
at the
what
same
we're doing. I'm sending off a scroll. I'm waiting for it to come back. I'm going to know
but
what the lay of the land is down here with the Thieves Guild and temples or whatever. So I'm like familiarizing myself, also looking up for.
I'd like to try to do that with the snowball spell. Maybe extend our room stay if possible.
I mean, you can
Yeah, I'd
also
like
essentially, you know, I mean, if you get through everything so that you can pay for everything that you want, you can also just tack on an extra week and say that everything else is done. There's, you know, some people go do some training, some people go do some studying, that kind of thing.
That's a good idea.
I mean,
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
but like right now, you kind of want to get your ship squared away.
Yeah. Let's sort out the work and sort out what we got to do with the ship, and then just
Studying is
and
hard
just-
work.
yeah. But we've got to find employment. Let's sort that out so that we as a group we're sorted, and then
Okay.
just build a week of downtime into it, which all could just go and blah 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 blah, and a week of stuff happened.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
And I mean that. I'll need to, you know, come up with the exact costs and times for studying and training and anything else that people want to do anyway. So.
Yeah.
But okay, so Braxon and Higgimus, you were both going to the magistrate.
Yeah, the lower magistrate.
Yep.
You said.
Okay.
Do we want to check out a bit more of the Magician's Guild?
Well, when you say check out, what do you mean? I mean, like right now.
Talk to more people, more wizards than just the receptionist. He was obviously not interested in anything.
Right. The problem is that you have to get by him. And you're not members.
How good are the chances that he actually will pass on the stuff that we gave him?
He will.
Got no reason not to.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Well,
disinterested in everything like that, but I mean, I'm not going to say that he's going to just completely ignore you and stuff like that. For one thing, if you guys, you know, do end up joining the Mage Guild and you find out that he didn't do that, once you're members of the Mage Guild, you're above him. You know, he wouldn't be your apprentice, but you could go to his master and say, by the way, when I was here talking about joining, he didn't do this, and then he'd have to be, you know, cleaning the chamber pots for...
Oh, yeah, I looked up the prices for Mage Guild. At our current level, it would be 10 gold pieces.
Where'd you look that up?
In the Rocket Brawl SJR5 PDF thing I found.
Sweet. What?
It said Magisters are required to pay 10 GP per month, Wizards 20, and Mages 50.
What page?
Page... let me scroll down. Page 36. Right above the organizational preference chart.
Okay. All right. All right, I'll make a note of that, and I'll go through that and double-check that in between sessions.
I decided to just look that up.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But I'll deal with that, you know, after all of this. All right, so Braxon and Higgimus, you get to the low magistrate office. It's a very busy building, heavily guarded. Both of you are familiar enough with Brawl that you know that in the Low City, basically fairly large squads of soldiers patrol the streets from here, and to a certain extent, there's a lot of, you know, self-policing going on. So things like basic theft aren't dealt with by the magistrate, but major crimes are murders and.
Is there a local vigilante around?
Well, I mean, you can talk to them and find out what they know about murders. I mean, murder is still you know, a major crime. You know, if someone gets their pocket picked, they don't give a crap. If a store, you know, if someone lifts a couple items from a store counter or something like that, they don't give a crap. But if a building is burned down, you know, they're gonna go knock some heads around.
Heinous crimes.
Yeah, and they're none too soft about it either.
Yeah.
So all right, so you get there. One of the there's essentially a soldier, a watchman, who takes, you know, people off the street, requests kind of thing, and passes them on if they are considered large enough crime. You go up to him. What can I do for you?
We've heard while we've been away from Brow that there's a murderer on the loose, and we was wondering if there was a reward for anyone that can catch him or her.
Well, we don't know if it's a murderer or murderers. What's actually been going on is there's been a number of muggings. In fact, a watch commander was... Actually, let me see if it was a watch commander or a captain. Yeah, watch commander. Watch commander of this magistrate was murdered.
Wow.
So yes, we've got extra patrols out. Don't know who's doing it, but we suspect it's the Red Masks. We think they're moving in and showing some muscle.
Who?
Red Masks.
Oh, hi. Red Masks, yes. It's one of the local thieves guild, one of the meaner ones. We think that they're trying to push out some of the other thieves in the area and establish their dominance. I hear that they've got a line on their guild hall, but I'm not privy to that information. I certainly couldn't give it out if I did. You know, unless of course you guys wanted to be deputized.
Maybe.
He says that half jokingly.
What's that involved? What does that involve?
Oh, I was just
temporary
joking with you.
deputies.
But you know, I mean, we're always looking for some more bodies to help out in situations like this. I could certainly.
Well, we're adventurers, and there's 6 of us. There's 2 of us here, and we're in between jobs, and we live around here, and it's horrible to hear of this sort of thing going on. You know, we want our rock to be safe, and it seems like someone murdering a member of the Watch is crossing the line.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Would there be a reward for getting rid of these red masks?
Well,
red face,
certainly if you
whatever
could
they
get
were?
rid of the red masks entirely, there'd be a reward. I don't know what that would be. In fact, I don't think that's been set. But Magistrate is always happy to reward
out
those who do
accommodation.
good for Brawl. What I can do is, if you're interested in helping us out with this, I can pass your names along to our the Magistrate himself and see if he's interested in your aid.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. You can go ahead and leave
Give
your
them our information. Yeah.
yeah
and
your
where we're
name
staying.
and where you're staying with
Yep.
him. Okay. And probably that'll be like later this day or tomorrow that messenger might come by and let you know if they're interested.
Has out of character, has Lafdul ever told us anything about his sneaky ways?
I wouldn't have thought so. You know I'm a thief, but I wouldn't have said anything.
Okay.
I think I would have told them that I was in the middle, and that's how I got there.
I think you would think of him as a stealthy scout type person.
Scout type
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also religious, so you don't know.
Yeah, but also a priest. So.
Alright.
But I mean,
Yeah.
Yeldin might know about. Yeldin would know about. Aravan Ilisir, Lafdul's deity. Xanfyr maybe. Leva, I think, based on your background, would probably not. That's up to you.
What?
Exactly.
Okay. So this wouldn't be something like, hey, Lafdul, some rival gangs are coming around here. You want to point us to them so we'll go bash some heads?
Oh.
Well, I mean, you could certainly ask him to, make
But if I don't
surreptitious questioning of
Come and help. I come and help.
offenses and stuff like that.
Yeah. No.
I come and help you in case you need a wizard.
Well, I mean, right now
Let's,
you're in a holding pattern with this. You've
Yep.
Braxon
We're
and
just getting
Higgimus
jobs.
gave your names, and they'll get in touch with you.
Yeah.
How about
Excellent.
we pop into some of the taverns around the area where the murders were, and see if we hear anyone talking about stuff and have a chat with them.
Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of taverns down here in the low city. I'm not gonna identify specific ones.
Yeah.
Which ones you're going into? There's the ones that are well established and are around for a long time, and then there's also ones that pop up for a few months and then go under, kind of thing. So you pop into some of them. You also hear the story about the supposed giant scaver that's out there eating ships. The rumor has it that a few couriers have gone missing, small couriers have gone missing, and also apparently one of the traders that deals in munitions from the Smith's Coster.
Oh,
Oh,
so
really?
someone from Smith's Coaster went missing.
Well, not one of their ships itself, but someone who purchases bulk weaponry from them.
Right.
All right.
Let's see. Everyone is also talking about the Lee duel, which both of you would know what a Lee is, a winged dog.
Yeah.
The duel. Everyone is well, not everyone, but the talk is that the nobles like to have their Lee duel once a year, and it's bragging rights and stuff like that. And coming up is a duel between two of the lords, Terrio Mosantas's Lee and Diadan Carton's Lee. Everyone is basically putting money on Mosantas's Lee since it's been winning 3 years straight. But apparently Diadan has a new one that everyone is talking about as well. Let's see.
The giant scaver thing. Did
Yep.
we managed to pick up any names of ships that might have been attacked or organisations who might be willing to hire us to go hunt it down?
Yes, and I will give that to you before the next session.
Yeah, that's great. Because then we can go follow up with them. See
Yep.
if.
Let's see. It's also said that the pirate ship Barracuda has also hit another tradesman, one belonging to House Lianen. Let's see. What else? People are
let's
talking
write
that one of the other Thieves Guild, the Juggler's Men, the current rumor is that Ilana Kozar, who's sister-in-law of the current Prince Andrew, the current rumor is that she's in charge of that group, that she's the juggler. Every month there's a new person that is said to be in charge of that, though, so...
Yeah.
One person says that they heard that there's a gnomish sidewheeler that's operating out there as a pirate, but that's just crazy talk. Some people down by the leading jettison, which is down in the roughly the forward edge. It's like right around here someplace. The people in that area are saying that one of the Otyugs that runs that has taken up singing, and they've lodged protests with the Magistrate, and they're not doing anything. It's quite annoying. It's terrible singing. Let's see. What else?
Have we actually ever asked anybody about the plant things?
Not since you got back, no.
What's his name seem to know about them anyway?
Aranis knows about them, but a little bit. Do you want me to assume that you asked on the trip back?
Sure.
All right, so they're plant creatures. They tend to be zealous worshippers of various deities of war, and they oftentimes act as pirates and raiders and stuff like that. They take great pleasure in attacking things. So they're just kind of
So
one
we're
of
lucky
the
that there's only
hazards of
3.
space. They're not. No one knows of any like crystal spheres that they inhabit specifically, but they can just be found somewhat ubiquitously.
Okay.
I can if you want to listen to some more rumors, I can just like go through all the rumors that I made up. If you want, and then you guys can think about what you want.
Could you maybe post it later?
Sure.
We can, go through which ones we want to follow up on.
Sure. Well, I mean, I might as well read them off so that they're at least in the video as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's good because the viewers want to know.
Okay, let's see. Also, one rumor is that elves seem to have destroyed a Scrow fortress in the Grinder and Gray space.
What does that mean?
It's something that you can get more information about later. Whether this was a leftover from the Second Unhuman War or a new base and represents a renewed push by them is unknown. But that's the rumor right now. It may not even be true. It's a rumor. Most of these should be treated as rumors. So some of them are real, some of them are not.
Yep.
There's a story going around that one of the soldiers who got drummed out from Brawl's militia for always being drunk, he swears he saw a Neogi mind spider trailing Brawl fairly recently, but no one's really believing him since he's a drunkard. There was a house in Dracon Town that was being used by Tinker Gnomes for experimentation, and apparently one of the steam engines they had blew. Injured some of the Tinkers, not like anyone that cares. The Dracons were quite amused by the loud boom and rumbling.
And the burning Tinker Gnomes?
No burning. It was a steam explosion as opposed to a fire.
Molten Tinker Gnomes.
Because that, if it was a fire, then they would all have been brought up on accidental arson.
Yeah.
There's someone joking about some Kender that lodged a protest at the Academy at Lyrex Cube, which bans Kender. But they apparently all wandered off before the administration could schedule a hearing. And
Wait, what?
most people think that was intentional on the part of the administration. That the Kender were they wandered off before their hearing.
Did they just get bored?
No, they were strong-armed away, probably.
The Temple of Tempest here on Brawl was vandalized recently, and they're blaming the Banites. Let's see. The Beavers on Iron Piece, which is a gnomish colony nearby. They've had to rebuild the docks at Port Walkaway again for the 3rd time this year.
They've had to rebuild the docks.
I'm sorry?
They had to rebuild the docks, did you say?
Yeah. Apparently, Tinker Gnomes are Tinker Gnomes. Apparently, they destroyed the docks again for the 3rd time this year.
Oh, right.
Always explosions for some reason.
Yeah. It's kind of happens. You hear some more stories about the muggings in Low City, mostly around the Low Market area. So this may be a little bit more information, or it may be unrelated. Some people think that there's a new thieves guild in town. Others are blaming the Red Masks. And it's that time of the year again. Char's Bakery is selling their special Red Comet cookies, and they're flying off the shelves. Got to be selling 3 times faster than the normal cookies.
My character likes cookies.
And that's about it.
Maybe, and I'm not going to ask you to make up a load of names. Maybe we could get the names of some of the people who've been mugged, and then go visit them and see if they can describe anyone that attacked them.
Yep, you can definitely ask that. We'll assume that happens in between episodes, and next session we can handle that.
Okay.
Also, one other thing. Apparently there's a new emissary from Shaolong in town, following up some rumors that some wild space food meal could be used for the Emperor's immortality. Most people dismiss that. After all, if there was anything in wild space that could lead to immortality, surely someone would be selling it here on Brawl.
Okay.
So those are the rumors. You guys can think about them in between sessions and see which ones you want to follow up on, in addition to the ones that you've already taken a look at.
Actually, I made the little table in the document, so if you want to, you can just copy and paste them in, and we can sort of add a comment or something whether we want to follow up on it, and later on whether we have followed up on it. So if it's too many rumors, that we sort of keep a light overview.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. I think we'll call the session here, and next time we will see what where the adventures take us here in Brawl.
People want to hear the XP we got.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, good idea.
I wanted that to be on camera because I know everyone wants to hear that.
That's a good idea. I'll have to remember to give this to Yeldin as well. All right. Let's see. This is going to be.
Out of curiosity, do you keep notes on the XP?
I do. I don't all add it up as I'm going though.
All right. Basically, what people have done and mark XP next to it.
Yeah, I need to double check my XP. Maybe I could double check with you later.
Well, I don't keep notes on the previous stuff.
All right.
You'd have to compare it to someone else.
You
and if
should
you did
be
anything
the same.
unique.
You should be the same. I think you and Higgimus both have the 10% bonus.
Well, I do.
So
I do.
English?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braxon, do you have a strength of 16?
I have a get to the stats. Yeah, strength of 16.
All right. Yeah. So you do get the XP bonus.
So wait,
Yeah.
how much did we get?
I'm about to give you that. I'm calculating it out right now. All right, everyone gets 700 experience points.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's a lot.
This is for the creatures that you fought and for finishing up
That might push my thief up a level.
mission
no,
itself.
Close. No, it's split, but really close.
Where's level up? How much XP?
It's over 2,000 for most people except for Lafdul.
For wizards, let
like
me look that
2,500.
up.
It's
I'm
2,500.
pretty sure it's two. I thought it was 2,000 or 25.
It'll be a while for the wizards to level.
Warriors, you also get an extra 90.
Another 90.
And let's see. And that is about it for this.
What about that color spray?
I'm not actually going to count that as a overcoming foes or problems. I mean,
Okay.
standard usage of spells isn't always going to get you experience.
Okay.
Ah, well.
So I'm at 1,551.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Everyone should roughly be around there then, within a couple hundred.
Yeah, I'm at 730 for my priest and 858 for my thief.
Nope, it's coming along. But we'll have to do some exploring around town, seeing what experience we can get here.
I've got 1439.
You should have more, shouldn't you?
Yeah, maybe I added the wrong number up one last week or the week before.
You should be at least at 1551.
You should be exactly the same unless you've done something very specific.
No, you should have.
I'll
Because,
recheck it in between games.
Fighters actually have generally get a few more XP than the wizards do.
No, I mean they should be the same as each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Higgimus and Braxon should probably be the same.
How much
Yeah.
do you have, Brex?
I've got 1439.
Huh. I must have missed something somewhere then, because I have 1296.
Let's do a maths check after the game.
Let's do that.
But I mean, you got every time the not the normal XP, but the additional XP that
Yeah.
fighters and wizards get.
Yeah.
There you always
Yeah.
get a little more than the wizards do. So you should actually have, wow, I don't know, 1,600 thereabouts.
Well, the XP is always given out more or less at the end of each episode. So every part 4 or something on this YouTube.
Yeah, I'll go
think,
through
yeah.
and I'll do it. Yeah.
I
Oh.
think you two should be at 1848.
1848.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go with that.
Should we just go with that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Are the wizards at the right place with 1551?
Sounds right.
I'm just wondering what to do with a sheet to get 1848 in the right place.
Just
on
replace
the
it.
Yeah, on the current XP, just put 1848.
And
Yeah,
gained
but then it's
XP put
gonna
at
try and add
0.
other stuff.
Put
Gained
a
XP
0.
at 0.
Yeah,
the
just
gained
put 0
XP.
on the other one.
Yeah, the gained
that adds
XP
it.
one is for the calculations only. So if you, because what it does is it takes your current XP, what you put in the gained XP,
Right.
calculates it out what the total is, and then calculates out what the prime requisite XP would be.
Okay, great.
And then
And
you
if you
would
get
tra-
the
and then
wrong
you would
number,
copy
if you get
the
number, you may end up just reload the page or something like I had to last week.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I've got it now. I put the 0 in, it did the job.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Excellent.
All right. That's about it for this
Yeah.
session. When we come back next week, we will do some adventuring on Brawl. Thank you guys for coming out to the game, viewers and players alike. I had great fun, and looking forward to
Thank
more
you.
next week.
Maybe
Thank-
somebody will finally hit level 2.
I don't think so.
Reasonably close.
Yeah,
Well,
we're quite close.
Yeah, the fighters
much do we
are are quite close.
And
much
maybe
do we-
the cleric rogue.
How much do we need?
You need 2,500.
Well, then not next time. Maybe the time after.
Maybe like 4 sessions from now.
Yes.
Did he get XP for researching spell scrolls?
Yes. So if they
Probably
take
not all that much.
if there's a downtime week, then whoever researches a spell from the scroll would get experience for that. Or researches a spell without a scroll. You can do independent research too.
Mm-hmm.
Can they assist each other with research? If one already knew the
Not
spell.
really. Not in such a way that they would both get the experience points.
I saw.
No,
I saw one question go by in the chat where some people said asked whether the wild mage would need less time to study and need to have just generally in general less everything to study a spell.
No.
That'd be in Tome of Magic if there's any special rules.
No, they don't. They don't. The only things that helps with, if it was a wild magic spell, yes, and actually for, I think it may be for invokers for invocation and evocation. So spells within your field of study may be faster. I'll need to double check that.
You said you put a comment onto my character sheet which said plus 10% chance to learn wild magic spells, minus 5% chance to learn spells of other schools.
Yeah, that's
But
for
that doesn't
your.
mean that doesn't say anything about cost or time.
Yeah, no, but I might not have put that down simply because
Let's look that up in between games.
yeah, I mean it's a lot of text, and I don't know that I would have put that down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean we can talk about that during the week.
We should talk. We should try and focus on the more fun things when we're on Twitch TV because it's more fun for the people listening.
Adventures.
All right, well I'm gonna end the stream now and the recording, and once again, thank you all for coming out.
Thank you.
So they approved of cookies.
Cookies.
Yeah. See you next time, everyone.
See you next time.
Bye.